why your manifestation hasn't shown up yet. You have to stop waiting. Well, if I had it, then I wouldn't be waiting for it. So just give it to me and we'll stop waiting. Sounds like a great formula, right? Except that doesn't work. If you are seeing this video, it's because you're on the brink of getting what it is that you want. You wouldn't have seen it, you wouldn't have clicked on it, and you wouldn't be watching it right now if you aren't ready for this missing piece. This is going to be like the missing puzzle piece to your grander puzzle that's going to fit it all together, and you are going to see that subtle shift that actually transforms everything. Sometimes we think in order for us to get what we want, it's going to be this big, audacious leap of faith that we take. It's really just subtle changes, implemented changes every single day, and you will see what it is that you want. I did this. My name is Jenna, and I am the creator of the Change Your Default program, which is all about changing your subconscious mind to get rid of those blocks. What I learned in my manifesting journey, and I changed my entire life in 90 days. In 90 days, love, health, money. I lost the weight, I found the love of my life, and I made more money than I've ever had in my life. In 90 days. Would you like that? Then invest in yourself. Focus in on yourself. Listen to every single one of my videos. Make sure that you're implementing daily. I'm not just here to give you random ideas. This is strategic. We are making sure that we change your default program. If you want a little bit more support, which I highly recommend, we want to understand how your brain works. And one of the things that you are having trouble with is you're listening to all this content and you resonate with it because you're on the brink of something amazing. But we don't talk about your brain specifically because we don't know what your brain is. Only you know. Only you know how your brain works. So once you uncover that, which is what I'll take you through the Change Your Default program, just so that you can detect or have the evidence of, this is how my brain is wired. It's different than anyone else's brain. My brain is unique, and this is what I need in order for me to get what it is that I want. I can't just listen to these strategies generically. If that's where you are, if you're not getting what you want instantly, that's because we just need to work on your subconscious mind, which is your default program, a little bit more. Having said that, if you implement everything that I'm teaching you in every single one of my videos, every single nugget, there's no way you won't get what you want. And that's the very first step here. To stop waiting and to actually get what you want, to see it because you're so close, you have to stop thinking at what it is that you want as a big goal. You have to make it less of a big deal. You keep saying, I want these little things. Okay, I got the free parking space or the parking space close to the door. I got the free coffee. I got this. This is all great, but I want the big stuff. I want the free flight. I want the dream car. I want the dream person. I want the body. I want the health. I want this. All right, I have these bigger goals. Why aren't they coming in? Because you already called them a big goal. Because they're the vision board. They're the center of your vision board. They're on the pedestal. We have to make them inevitable by making them feel natural. So how do we start out with this? Well, what I did was I took the things that I really cared about: love, money, health. Most of us have it in those categories. I didn't worry too much about my dream car. I got it now, but I wasn't too worried about it at that beginning part because I wanted those three stable things. Maybe you could call it limited thinking, whatever resonates with you. You just ask for what it is that you want. So I focused there. And then I realized that I wanted it so badly. The minute you realize that you want it so badly, you realize you're not aligned with it at all. Your subconscious mind is blocking you. Your default program has a block, and it's only that you need to remove. So I went to work on that. I decided I need to make this feel inevitable. What does that look like? It says, yeah, okay. I'm going to ask for this because I know that I get it. I get to have this. And then I started to prepare for it. So if I want the love of my life to come in, I've got to be fit. Why do I have to be fit? Because my belief system says that when I feel good about my body and I feel best in my body when I'm fit, then I'm going to attract someone with like-minded. They're going to like that energy that's coming from me. When I take care of me, I exude confidence, calm, peace, joy. Can you say that's conditional? Absolutely. But again, we're coming back to how my mind is wired. My mind says, when I feel my best, I attract the best. Is that true? No, you don't have to think or feel any particular way to get anything. It all depends on how your brain is wired. Okay, so we have to understand how your brain is wired. This is how my brain was wired. Neither one is right, neither one is wrong, just what's working. If you're not getting what it is that you want, the way your mind is wired right now is not working for you. You don't need to fight or defend against any other comment about any other person. All we have to do is zero in on how your default is wired, okay? That's all I want you to do. That's the first step. Understanding, make your dreams small. How do you do that? You're only going to know. Making it feel inevitable and natural, that is your work. How does your belief system work around that? That's what the program default, change your default, is there to support you. I'm not saying you need it. I'm just saying it's there to support you if you're like, I don't get this step. Make it natural. Of course it's going to happen for me. Of course it's inevitable. I'm going to go shopping because I already know that I'm going to hit my goal weight and I want to see what's out there. Go shopping in the catalog of the universe or go shopping online. You don't actually have to push purchase. You just get to have fun expanding your consciousness because you're preparing for what you ask for, because you know when you ask, you get, it's yours. Okay, so the very first thing I need you to do is stop making your dream big. It's not big. It's inevitable. It's natural. Have radical self-confidence. That's what we got to move into. And that leads us into the second step here. This is what I want you to focus on next. That is, you need to understand what manifesting really is. Manifesting is an experience. When you say, I want love, I want you to switch out what you're manifesting for into an experience, recreate it into an experience. So I want to manifest the love of my life. Really translates to, I want to experience the love of my life. Okay, the experience. Tell me right now about that experience. If I was with my dream partner, I would be feeling connected, calm, cool, peaceful, energetic, passionate, loving, supportive, loyal, honest. I would be feeling all of these ways of being in this relationship. And my body's even moving because I'm so joyed about this experience. There you go. That is the manifestation. The emotion is the manifestation. That's what I want you to go for today. And then your logic mind is going to come in and go, but wait a minute. No. I can't just think and feel and make it happen. And I just think that, now I'm going to just live in this lolly-folly land of, I have what it is that I want. My physical life hasn't changed, and it hasn't changed in 10 years. How can you can't just think, you got to take action. I hear that a lot. I got to take action. You've been taking action the whole time, and it hasn't led you to what you want because you're not getting it. You haven't changed that default piece. You're not getting the inspired action. So here, this is how we're going to switch it up. You need to experience what you want, and then that turns into form. So emotion, energy in motion, creates a vibration. And if you look at quantum physics, everything in the physical form is a vibration. Nothing is solid. We just look at it like you look at a TV. You see it as the big picture. Reality looks very real. But if you were to go up to that TV really, really closely, you would see just little squares of pixels. And you wouldn't even see the big picture anymore. That's quantum physics. There you go. You just see the big picture because you're standing back, you're watching the movie. But if you get really, really close, it's all just energy. And energy creates form. So think about it this way. Your dream, your imagination, what you desire, it's in your dream faculty. Your dream faculty is real. It's what creates. So you have this dream, you have this vision. If you can see it, feel it, see it, hear it, all of those senses in your mind, it's done. It's possible for you. You couldn't see it if it wasn't possible. The next piece is then, you need to learn that dream faculty is your vibration, is your energy turning into form. It is that steam piece, and it's going to move into water, and then it's going to move into form, into physical ice brick. But ice isn't turned to ice unless we go through this natural process of the vibrations getting slower and slower and slower, right? As things get colder and colder, they slow down in speed. Your dream right now is high vibrating. Blah, 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 blah. It's all in the ethers. We need to let it simmer, let it cool so it can turn into water, so that you can actually start taking physical action because you're getting that inspiration that's going to naturally turn it into ice, that actual real tangible version in your reality form. The problem is you get stuck somewhere between steam and water, or in steam and ice. Somewhere on this journey, you don't even let it get to water half the time. But we're not getting it to ice because you block it off. Your default program, there's something in there that's not wired or not aligned fully with what it is that you want. So you have to nurture the experience. Go for the experience of the love that you're wanting. Maintain that enough and it will turn into ice. I promise you it has to. That is the law. But does that mean you have to be happy all the time? Absolutely not. You just have to be in belief. Belief doesn't always mean that you're jumping off the walls enthusiasm. Belief just means that you're not questioning it. You're not going, oh, I don't know if you can be angry and certain that you're getting it. You can be disappointed and certain that you got it. But then most of the time those things don't line up. Because if you really knew that you got it, you'd be calm, cool, and collected. You'd be enjoying the life. You'd be having a great meal, fixating on the taste of the meal, not worried about how you're going to be able to get what it is that you want. You have a split consciousness. You have a split mind, and you cannot be a master to two different minds at one time. You have to pick one. Either you're a success or you're not going to get it, but you can't have both. So go all in on your success. Go all in on that experience. So whatever you want more money, you want to manifest in more money, you want to experience more money. So experience more money now, and then the reality mirrors you because everything is you pushed out. This is the most complex but simple way to understand it. And once you so fully believe and know that you can have anything that it is that you want, you get it instantly. So here's all we have to do. Don't make your dream too big. Make it inevitable. Just experience it now, and it will turn into form. State matters. Your matter is form. Matter turns into form by a state. Your state is a vibration. A vibration is energy. Energy, your thoughts and your feelings and your focus. Your focus includes your actions. All of these things, when they're in alignment with what it is that you want, so experience that now, create that experience now. There's no way you can't get what it is that you want. You won't have to wait anymore. That's why waiting gets right out of it, because the minute you say, I want something, start experiencing it now. Even though physically you can't see it, emotionally you can totally have it. And all that happens once that thing comes in, the only missing piece was the rendezvous. You don't need that person to make you feel love. You felt it already. This person was just the byproduct. This was just the end of the equation. This was just the answer to the equation you already had brewing inside of you. You already have it. Experience it, and the reality will reflect. But reality reflects what you're experiencing inside, and most of the time it's doubt. Most of the time it's fear. So understanding how your mind is wired, take this with you, implement it. I'm telling you, this is exactly how you get what it is that you want instantly. You're so brilliant. You're destined and worthy. It's easier than you think. Get out of your head and into your confidence because you get what it is that you want.